The cost of IT in business can be staggering. From hardware and software expenses to services like internet and phone, you don't need to spend a fortune on IT to succeed. If your organization spends more than $500 monthly on any service, or you're considering signing a long-term contract, IT Enabled can help you manage your technology and minimize your costs. Contact us today to schedule a free consultation. IT Enabled, we're here to help.
Hi, I'm Tara Watson-Watkins, President and CEO of the Lufkin Angelina County Chamber of Commerce. Welcome to the Connect podcast, connecting business to community. I'm here today with my co-host, Blake Polino with BP Media Group.
So a really insightful episode. This week, we're sitting down with Anndrea Pickett of the Angelina County City's Health District to talk about this new partnership that they've created with Angelina College. These are some fantastic resources for the students at Angelina College, as well as the parents who may have students going to Angelina College. And we talk about tons of other resources that they're offering as well. So let's jump into that episode now.
We're excited today to have Anndrea Pickett. Anndrea is with the Angelina Counties and Cities Health District, and she is the new community liaison at Angelina College. So welcome to the podcast.
Thank you very much.
Glad to have you.
Thank you. Actually, they call me campus coordinator.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
There you go.
Cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell everybody kind of your background history?
Okay.
Did you grow up here? How'd you get here?
I did not grow up here.
Okay.
I grew up in Houston, made my way to Lufkin, and thought I would never stay, and I love it.
Yeah.
Of course, like you say, love Lufkin.
You'll love Lufkin.
Yes. So I've been in the medical field for 30 years.
Okay.
And was a medical assistant for a couple of doctors here in town, and loved it, but knew there was something more, and got this most wonderful opportunity at the health district. And I've been there 6 years, and I can't imagine being anywhere else.
Yes.
It's a great place to be.
So what is your role at the health district? What is your official?
Well, originally, and I still have this role, but I have two staff members that take care of the pharmacy. So we have a Class C pharmacy, so it's pharmacy manager.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm the campus coordinator at the Public Health Resource Center at Angelina College.
Perfect. Awesome. That's busy.
It is.
I can imagine.
And that's a brand new role.
It is. It just started in October.
Okay.
So yeah, we've just kicked it off and just out there seeing the students, getting our name out there. And
So let's talk about the
Okay.
Public Health Resource Clinic.
Yeah.
Okay.
How did that come about?
And what is it? Yeah.
Well,
what is
Public Health Resource Center, it's a program that started through an initiative through the CDC.
Mm-hmm.
It's a partnership with Angelina College, with Angelina County and Cities Health District, for students and staff of the college. The partnership is to create a resilient and healthy learning environment with health services and well-being services. And the well-being services, of course, are through Burke. So we partner with them. They come once a week.
Okay.
Mhm.
And so what's kind of the overarching goal when they're showing up? And is this for students?
It is for students
so
and staff.
like mental health and things like that. to
With Burke,
help them
mental
out.
health, well-being services.
That's great.
Yeah, it is good because that's a big deal.
And this is something that's at no cost to the students.
Correct.
That's
No cost.
fantastic and
students.
very, very much needed at that point in life.
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
They have lots of residents
Mhm.
that are from other countries. They
Mhm.
have 18 countries actually that are represented at the college.
That's a really big deal.
It's
It is.
surprising.
Like people
For
don't
East
realize
Texas,
that.
yeah.
Mhm.
In good old Lufkin, Texas.
Yes. And so when I was approached about being over the office, the program, I just thought in my mind, we need to make this an office where they feel welcome, where they want to come in.
Mhm.
And if they need to talk about something, they can talk about something. If they need to be seen about something, whether it be birth control or STDs or, diabetes screening, blood pressure screening, they feel comfortable to come
Do you
in and
also
get that.
handle just like common colds?
We do.
Okay.
We do sick visits. Yes. Basic sick visits. So they can come in, sore throat, whatever, and
Nice.
be seen and treated.
I think
Mhm.
that's so fantastic.
Yeah. And again, at no cost to the students, right?
Correct.
So they have complete access to, all the basic healthcare that you would need,
Absolutely.
physical and mental, right?
Mhm.
And are you seeing a lot of students taking advantage of this program?
Yes, we are.
Yeah,
we
that's
really
great.
are. And it's been exciting. And I've loved meeting them. They have been really
Yeah.
just fun to, get to know. But yeah, they come in and, we get them registered and get them back and get the provider over there
Yeah.
and get them all checked out.
So do you
really
have
cool.
a physician there? Do you have a nurse practitioner there? What?
Our mid-levels come.
Okay.
So the 3 mid-levels that we have will come 3 half days a week.
Oh, cool.
So we can schedule appointments. So say they're not there, then they'll just, we'll schedule the appointment. The provider will be there and the student will come back.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
I love
Yeah.
that they're taking advantage of it. It seems like some of the stigma of asking for help, especially mental health as well, with this generation. I'm assuming it's Gen Z that's in college now. I'm so out of the loop now. It's but it feels like they're a lot more willing to go out and ask for help as opposed to even like my generation. We're like, oh yeah, I'll be fine. Like I'll be okay. I don't need it.
I have noticed that as well.
Yeah,
and
that's
it's
great.
It's been good.
Yeah, it's
because
good.
I was afraid because I'm like you.
Yeah.
I don't know if
Yeah.
I want to talk to somebody
Right.
or tell them what's going on with me. And
Yeah.
they've been very open. They come in and
That's so
they'll
good.
bring their friends with them, and they're like,
That's awesome.
yeah.
How many students are getting helped by this program?
So far, we've had approximately 25 to 30.
Oh,
And
really?
when we've seen some
Regularly.
more than once.
Right.
Yes,
Okay.
regularly.
That's
Yes.
awesome.
Mhm,
That's
mhm.
a really good resource for that.
Yeah, and if they don't have insurance, of course, and they need a medical home, we can
Mhm.
refer them to the health district.
Oh, great.
But if they do have insurance and they have a medical home, but they just want to be checked out, we'll refer them back to their medical home.
What does it mean to have a medical home? Can
Like
you describe that?
your
Primary care.
primary care
your
physician.
primary care
Okay.
physician.
Got
Mhm.
it. So if
Mhm.
they have someone that they're working with, you can refer that then.
Absolutely.
Perfect.
Yeah, because
Wow.
we don't want to take away.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. We just want to be there on campus to help. So, and I think it's convenient. You're going to class and, gosh, I got something going on. I can
That's
stop
right.
in there
I
real
can
quick.
stop in there.
And, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
That's fantastic.
Mhm.
It's a great resource to have, especially at that point in life when
I think so,
it's
too.
really, really, really needed. And college is tough. Like being a college student is. I remember being that age, and as many resources as you can have, the better. Really, I mean, because you're making those big life decisions, and any way that you can make life easier at that point, the better.
Absolutely.
So that's awesome.
Absolutely.
Really happy that you have resources like that available. And there's a lot of resources there at Angelina College. We filmed some of the orientation videos for Angelina College this last year, and so we had to go around, and when they told us like, oh, we have to have an alternate version for international students, I was like, that's really surprising. But we had to make completely different variations. But there's also a pantry there on campus. Is that over there in your guys' area as well, or is that a different?
Well, from what I understand,
Mhm. I may be talking about something that's completely a separate division, but just another resources that I was like,
yes.
nobody knew about this, that I was
Right.
really surprised
Mhm.
about, that students can just go and get basic necessities and basic needs covered,
Absolutely.
at no cost
Yes,
if they need
absolutely.
to.
That's amazing.
Just really cool resources that are happening. And it's been a reoccurring theme on this podcast, all of the great resources that Angelina College provides, especially for a community our size, just blows my mind. I mean, just some of the stuff that you can literally walk into, and a lot of things at no cost or at a very minimal cost can make a really, really big difference. But where can people, so if you're a student that's listening to this, or if you're a parent of a student, yeah, exactly, a parent of a student that's listening to this, if they want to utilize these resources, how would they go about doing that?
We do have a website on the Angelina College website,
Mhm.
or a page,
Yeah.
I guess you
Mhm.
could say. And they can get all our information there. But we are in Hudgens Hall, room 105. And then our phone number, of course, is available, and they can call.
Great.
So
That's
yeah.
awesome.
And I know you've got a provider there 3 days a week, but are you open 5 days a week?
Yes,
Yeah. Okay.
we are.
Just not on the weekends.
Right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So if you're sick on the weekend, just hold off until
That's
Monday.
right.
Right.
Stay home.
Hold
Yeah.
on until Monday. Yeah, which we've learned all about that the last couple of years.
So
Thank goodness.
do you have goals that you want to see within the next 3 to 5 years of growing, or?
Yes, absolutely. Our long-term goal, we talked today, is to work along AC to build education through public health emergency resources
It's great.
in partnership that will aim to prevent or prepare for adverse situations and issues to ensure adequate response and recovery. I mean, as we all know, the pandemic happened.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And the CDC wanted us to step up our game.
Yeah.
We need to get everybody on board of being prepared and preparing. And so the more we can educate, the better. So
Yeah. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
And I know that it's been a great partnership between the health district and Angelina College.
Angelina College is amazing.
Yeah.
They really are. They've been so welcoming. Anything that I've needed, I have several different people that are my go-tos, and they have just, gosh, I just can't get over how wonderful they've been.
That's great.
So, yeah. And we're also having our open house soon.
Nice.
And so we're really excited about that. So we're working together to get that started.
That's right.
So,
That's right. Do a big red carpet salute.
That's right. We're excited
Fantastic.
about that.
Well, I think it's a wonderful partnership. We're thrilled that that you and Angelina College have partnered together. It's great for the students. I know as a parent, it has to be, a great thing to know that your kids can be taken care of, especially for parents that don't live in Lufkin. I remember at TCU being sick and having to go to the health clinic there at TCU and being taken care of. And remember thinking they were kind and they took care of me and they made me feel okay. You know,
it's in that weird transitional point in life where it's like, up until that point, mom and dad had still been like making the doctor's appointments for you. And
That's
it's like,
right.
I have to call the doctor and make an appointment. This is scary. And it's a good time in life to be able to have a resource
little
like
independence.
that.
And just right there on campus.
Yeah.
So,
well, and you're so great. I would imagine that you make, the college kids feel so welcome. So
thank you.
You're a great person to have there.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I try really hard. It's like I said in the beginning, I mean, it's just been wonderful. It's just like almost a dream come true for me because I love our community. I love what our community stands for. I love helping people.
Yeah.
And so this is just all of that.
It's a good fit.
It is.
That's
It
a good
is.
fit.
It
Well,
is.
thanks for being here today.
Yeah.
We look forward to having you back and see where you're going in the future.
All right. Thank you
Yeah,
very much.
of course.
No, thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
We appreciate your time and coming on the podcast. And again, if you're a student or a prospective student at Angelina College, if you're a parent of a student or a family member, and you know someone who could utilize these services, please share this episode with them. You can send it to them via Facebook if you watch the video version or on the Chamber YouTube channel, or you can just share this wherever you're listening to a podcast to let somebody know about this really, really awesome resource. And also let somebody know about this podcast. If you know somebody who would be interested in listening to this and uncovering all of the great stories and different personalities that we learned about here on the podcast, share it with somebody and let them know about it. And until next time, we'll see you next week. And thank you so much for listening.